What? 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 Oh, earthquake. That one was heavy. The perks of working at night. These nice views. That's a nice view too. Nice solid wheat bale. Guys are making their first couple passes for the night, so out here with them for a little while, just checking it out. But something I wanted to show everybody. I know in some of the other videos you guys had seen the grain heads, you know, in the dough stage or the milk stage. So I wanted to show, you know, this was cut in the dough stage a couple weeks ago, and all that dough that was in there has, oops, dropped one, turned into nice big heavy grain. You can see that there. So that's good. That's what we want. Yeah, these are nice nice solid bales. Moisture is a little dry. It's like 9%, 10%. Get a 12 once in a while, but it's been it's been really dry here the past basically the week. We've had a lot of wind most of the day, even into the night. Tonight though, I think it's going to be different. You can just tell the wind's calmer. It's hard to see on the camera, but there's the western foothills of the valley over there, so on the other side of that is Salinas. Well, kind of, yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, maybe, well, anyway, it's yeah, Salinas on the other side, so you get kind of some coastal air coming in, or marine air as I call it, and you can't see it, but you can kind of see a haze over there, so maybe we'll get lucky and get a little bit of moisture and help us out a little bit. I know last night they started at 12:30 and geez, they ran till 6 o'clock in the morning, and they covered about 125, 150 acres. They probably could have continued, but the dew was starting to come in, and it was like, why push it? Just go home. They're tired at that point. So they're gonna run in the wheat here for a while, and then we have alfalfa, I don't know, 5-6 miles away. So I kind of look at the weather and kind of give them an idea, like, hey, you know, maybe you ought to come over here about this time, and you know, or if I'm up for it, I'll get up and, you know, go check hay in a few hours. But they're gonna run here for a while and pump some wheat bales out and try to get some of this done. So they like doing the wheat. These guys, they get paid by the bale, so the more bales they make, the better. So they love it when we have wheat. This is a nice crop. It's probably 3 ton, 3.5 ton, maybe 4 ton in some places to the acre. So they'll make a lot of bales. I'm curious what the weight is. We've made 1,400 pound bales before in wheat, believe it or not. I don't think this is gonna do it. It's pretty fine stem stuff. It's nice feed. I bet you they're 1,200 pounds or maybe 1,150 right now with it being dry, but if they get a little bit of moisture, it'll bump up a little bit. So anyway, yeah, we're happy to get started in the wheat. Got a busy week ahead. We got alfalfa, wheat, and grass to do. So the rakes are running in the morning, and then in the alfalfa, and then There's one field way over off in the distance over there. You're not gonna be able to see it, but it's actually a dry land field that kind of made it. There actually is some dry land farming done around here, or sky farming is what I call it. But with the low amount of rainfall we got this year, a lot of it didn't make anything. You know, we're 9-10 inches annual rainfall a year. You know, if we get 12 or 13, we're doing pretty good. So the dry land's kind of hit and miss. It's nice when it does hit, because it's a, you know, pretty good chunk for us to do, but this year it just wasn't in the cards, so that's all right. But so anyway, yeah, we're busy, we're rolling, everyone's cruising, so try to get some cool footage for you guys. Something else pretty important is bale length. We shoot for 8 foot, 8 foot 3 inches, but it can change. You know, usually the wheat or the straw, you know, the drier, springier material, the bales will be longer. So you got to kind of watch it. You know, you may have your bale length set in alfalfa the way you want it. You know, alfalfa packs really well, and you could get into wheat and the bales may be 4 or 5 inches longer, and that can be trouble. But these are good. These are actually perfect. These are right at 8 foot 3, yeah, maybe 8 foot 4 at the bulge, but close enough. Harobed driver. Hey Alfonso, you there?
Okay.
What's the weight on the bales, Alfonso? Got scales on the baler. It's pretty convenient.
Yeah, all of them. All the 1500, 1560, 1540, 1520.
Okay, yeah, the bales look pretty nice. I was a little off, but off in a good way. They're heavier. 1,300 pounds, 1,400 pounds. What do you have the pressure on? Pressure on the chamber. That's kind of important.
I got a 62.
Okay, Baldo, what do you have your pressure on? It's important to make sure they got the same pressure.
Sure, good, 62.
All right, perfecto. Excuse me picking my nose. It's nice having those two-way radios. It's awesome. We love those things. We've had them for a couple years now. No more Nextel, so we went back to two-way radios with Cook's Communication in Fresno, so it's pretty awesome. I'm gonna help Harobed driver out here, put diesel in his rig for him before he gets here. He's got a long day. The retriever went down a couple days ago, broke rear leaf spring, so we're waiting on that. Hopefully we'll get that going this morning. But so people call these stack cruisers, bale wagons, or Harobed. Interesting fact, it's originally, well, it is a Harobed, but that's the original name. But the guy who made the first one he named it after his daughter. So if you take the word Harobed and turn it around backwards, it spells Deborah. At least that's what I was told. So it's a fun little fact. But yeah, this is our New Holland H9880 bale wagon with the mill stack big bale clamp. Normally they have side racks and stuff up there, but we took them off because, you know, we're 99.999% big bales, so there's no point in us running the small bale racks. It just makes it a little easier for us. You know, if there's a bale that's a little long or something, it'll go up on the third table, no problem. We don't have to worry about it hitting the racks. But we also took them off too because it narrowed the harrow bed up quite a bit, and we pick up alfalfa in between pistachios, and it's pretty tight space for this thing to get through, and the racks were actually catching trees every once in a while, so we just said, you know what, screw it, we're gonna take them off. You know, all we do is big bales anyway, so we don't need the rack. So anytime we do have little bales, I'll just call somebody else to come in and help us do it, which is really rare. I mean, I think last year we only maybe 2,500, 3,500 little bales, which is nothing. That's all we did last year. So, but anyway, fun little fact on the harrow bed, or bale wagon, or stack cruiser, whatever you want to call it. Got the almond harvesters in here, getting prepped. So we just go through and change items that are wore out, like these fan blades for the suction fan. We just got done changing those. I think we're going to change this belt, check bearing on this idler pulley, check all the other bearings. You know, new roller chain here, number 50 chain, and then there's bearings inside these sprockets. You're going to pop those bearings out, change the bearing if the sprocket's okay. Take a look at the belts and stuff. So this is what we call our twin rod belt. It's the best belt, or actually chain, whatever you want to call it, for removing dirt and almonds. So the dirt and other trash will sift out through those rods. So older styles are more kind of like a mesh wire or a flat wire. They work fine. That's kind of what the standard was for years. But with, you know, growers wanting cleaner products and manufacturers trying to do a better job getting the product cleaned, and us as harvesters trying to do a better job, we've upgraded to this twin rod. It's a little more expensive, so it's kind of an investment, but the life expectancy is supposed to be greater. So the more dirt we can get to fall onto the ground, the less dirt that is going to come out of this exhaust. So the almonds, they start here at the pickup belt, they get picked up, and then there's, you can't see it, but there's another separating chain inside here. So that's our primary. So it goes from there, and then it transfers to the last chain, which runs from there all the way up there, and that is your elevator. So then from the elevator, you know, it falls out into the cart. So your suction, here's your suction zone right here. So it starts here. So as the almonds are going up the elevator, the fan is sucking all the dirt and debris up and in through here, and then out the exhaust. So the more dirt we can drop before the suction zone, the cleaner the air is going to be, the better the cleaner the product's going to be, put it that way. So that's something, you know, we're trying to do. So these are our two PTO harvesters. We have our other Flory self-propelled outside already. It's pretty much done, ready to go. So we're just kind of going through and changing wear items and getting them ready. And today is our first probably warm day. It's probably 95, 96. So time to get the water cooler out. That thing helps a lot. Hey guys, I was editing the next video and was watching my short, quick, sweet explanation of the almond harvesters. And anyway, I thought I would turn the camera back on and maybe give a little bit better explanation, only because we have it torn apart a little bit more, so I can explain better. So inside here, you have this roller here that normally has like rubber flaps attached to it. We call it the feeder. And it spins. It's got like 6 or 7 flaps on it. It just spins and kind of helps feed the crop into the pickup belt. So you have these wire rake. It's kind of dark in here, but I'll get on top. You can see better. You have these wire rakes here, and also these rubber fingers. Yeah, I better get on top. I can't see. Hold on. Okay, here's the pickup belt. So you got these rubber rakes and these fingers here that basically scoop the almonds up. So this belt is spinning back and scooping the almonds up as you're driving. And from there, it's the next step is the intermediate chain. So this is the twin rod chain that I was talking about earlier. So you can kind of see the rods there. The almonds are going to fall through that. This is also spinning back, and the dirt will sift out the bottom. So then from there, the next step, this roller right here is the start of the elevator, and the end of that intermediate is right here. So it's going to transfer onto the elevator, which is another twin rod chain. And then this door here, we call it our suction door, vacuum door. This is where you adjust, you know, how hard or light the suction is on your blower. So your blower's up here, your fan blades are turning, you know, and here's your suction zone here. So the more dirt and stuff you want to pull out, the lower you'll have this, the less, the higher you'll have it. We adjust it depending on the crop. There's a lot of leaves in it, you know, we might pull a little bit harder, or if we get into a situation where there's a lot of sticks and stuff, we may open it to allow more sticks to go through, because that can be an issue. You'll end up sucking sticks into the suction zone, which, check this out, I opened this door and there was some sticks in there that we didn't get cleaned out, which that's really not that bad. I've had this thing completely full. I've also had it full of dirt too. If you get something, some blockage or something in the way, the fan will just start pulling real hard, and we'll have this thing full of almonds and dirt and all kinds of crap. And then if it gets real bad, or if your blend door is adjusted incorrectly, you'll actually pull almonds all the way into the fan, and you'll shoot them out the fan housing here. And if you're standing in the right way, it feels really wonderful getting pelted with an almond. It sucks. So I guess that's why there's a sticker that says stand 100 feet back. So yeah, that's a quick look at our almond harvesters. And then here's why we go through things before the season starts. So there's this rubber flat piece right here. This is the seam of the pickup belt. See all these holes here? There's supposed to be bolts in there. Well, at one point they broke. So we have 2 bolts holding this side, and then maybe, I don't know, 9 or 10 on the other side, but we're probably missing about 15 right here. So, you know, a stick or a rock or something, I don't know, blew this thing apart. This is a solid rubber pickup belt. They do make a pickup belt in the twin rod style. We did have it in this harvester, and 2 years in a row we've blown them out. So we just said, screw it, we're not putting them back in. The belts are expensive. I think a pickup belt's probably $4,000. So we said, well, the hell with it. You know, we have a rubber pickup belt in the other one, and it seems to work fine. I would rather have the twin rod pickup belt, because you're going to eliminate more dirt. The longevity of the belt is supposed to be greater, but for whatever reason in this harvester, it did not hold up. And the chain is a pain in the ass to replace, because see here, this is the master rod. So it's basically like a roller chain. It's kind of like the master link. You know, you pull this link out when you want to change it, put a new one in, put the links together, slide the rod in. Well, the pickup belt here is a continuous. So there's no rod, there's no clip, there's no nothing. So you have your top roller, your drive roller, and then your 2 bottom idler rollers that you have to take out. And as you can see, there is not a lot of room to get in there and do that. So installing a continuous twin rod pickup belt sucks. So we did it once, about 3/4 of the way or halfway through the 2019 season, and then halfway through the 2020, it did it again, and I just said screw it, put the rubber one in, because the rubber one, as I showed you guys earlier, you have a seam here. It's still a pain in the ass, but in about an hour you can have the belt changed out. So, but anyway, I'm gonna take you guys outside and we will take a look at the self-propelled harvester. Okay, here's our Flory 8770 self-propelled almond harvester. So it's basically the same idea. You know, there's your harvester frame under there, but there's an engine under here. So this has a 4-cylinder twin turbo Caterpillar engine in it, tier 4, so it runs the government juice, you know, for clean emissions. There's a belt under here, hydraulic motor, that's for your suction fan. Here's your exhaust. The exhaust is on the opposite side from the Weiss, but it's the same idea. So inside there, you can see the inside of the twin rod pickup. So it's the same thing. You know, it's windy out here. Hope you guys can hear me. But under this curtain here is your feeder. So there's your feeder that spins around, feeding the almonds in, just like the Weiss. The next step is a pickup belt, and then buried in here somewhere is the intermediate, which I believe, yeah, this is the intermediate right here. It's hard to say on this one because this one has a lot longer chain, so it has quite a bit more cleaning capacity. So there's the intermediate, and then inside here is your elevator, and then there's your discharge for the elevator. So same thing, twin rod elevator, twin rod intermediate, but the pickup belt on this one is a twin rod. One thing different about the Flory and the Weiss, the pickup belt just has a top drive roller and then one bottom roller. The Weiss has 2 bottom rollers. Why, I don't know. That's just how they've always been. But yeah, this harvester we got last year during the season, and like I said, it's the Lamborghini of almond harvesters. This thing, we probably increased our harvest capacity by 20%. We were able to get more acres done in a less amount of time. It cut down on the overtime, it saved on the fuel, and just made for a better day. So here's the cart, augers here. So as the almonds are coming out of here, the driver's got a camera. He can see the almonds will start building up right here, and he'll turn his augers on as needed to spread the load to the back. Once he's full, the shuttle truck, which is one of those 3 guys over there off in the distance, and you guys will see that during almond harvest, he's going to come around and he's going to push on them in reverse, and he's going to hit this lever right here, and that lever is going to activate this chain. So this is a flat wire chain. I was talking about the different styles of chains. This is flat wire. It's been around for a long time. It kind of used to be the best for cleaning capabilities until the twin rod came out. So yeah, this is a separate floor chain, so that's moving, and it's moving back to the elevator chain. I believe this is like a 4-foot wide chain. So this thing's supposed to hold like 400 cubic feet, I think, or 350, somewhere around there. Don't ask me how many pounds or how many almonds that is, but it's a crap load. And in good conditions, it'll unload in about a minute. And in almond harvesting, it's all about time. The quicker he can get it unloaded, the quicker he can get back to the elevator. The quicker he's done at the elevator, the quicker he can get back. So this harvester, we'll run it between 4.2 to 5.5 miles an hour. We have gone faster. We don't like to because we lose some cleaning capabilities. But for this harvester, he'll need 2 of those shuttle trucks over there to keep him going keep them busy. With one, we can keep the PTO going in most cases. You get into a heavy crop, you know, sometimes 2 is not enough. So, but yeah, this is the self-propelled Flory. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of lagged it a little bit for 2 weeks. Sorry about that, just got kind of busy. So hopefully now we'll be back on track and be recording and posting regularly. So anyway, stay tuned for more.